I think it does have that similar feeling-ish of what is like in the photo a little bit. I'm really pushing it. But it is a really hard one to craft. I wasn't expecting it to be as difficult as it was. But they're the choices I've made, and that's what I'm going with now. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Craft Race. As you can see, we have Tatiana taking up the vacant space on the Wheel of Queens.
Choices.
Thank you. And of course, we still have the mystery spot as well. So let's find out who we're crafting and spin that wheel. Bianca!
Well, I hope you bitches are ready. My name is Bianca Del Rio. I'm 37 years old. I am an insult comic, just like Don Rickles. Looks like a party, but in a dress and prettier and not as old. Perhaps they all went home after they heard that I was here.
Right, Bianca Del Rio, that might be a tough one. Because all the looks are the same.
Shade.
We'll have a quick look on the computer just to refresh our minds on which looks I want to kind of craft. If I remember rightly, there's one where she's kind of done like a leopard or cheetah inspired makeup, which would be an interesting one. But we'll have a quick look anyway. But before we do that, make sure to click the subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss an upload. One look that I think I could craft would be her promo look for season 6. And it's very typical Bianca Del Rio makeup, but she's got some kind of black headpiece on, which would be quite cool to craft. So that's a possibility. I could even do the Hawaiian look. Yeah, I think that's the episode where they got a box and they had to make something or something like that. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure she won that challenge though. Her best drag runway look as well from episode 3, because she's got a feathered headpiece on. That would be quite cool to craft too. I could do the black and white challenge where she had the white stripe through the wig. That's something I could definitely create. Yeah, and the leopard one where they had the animal theme, which Bendela, Creme and Courtney looked amazing on. But Bianca looked cool as well, and I could definitely do the leopard spots. I think that'd be quite nice to make. Yeah, I think that's about it really. I think a lot of them, they're just very the same. It's the same style wig, same makeup, just in slightly different colours. I'm kind of torn between the black and white look or the leopard print look. I think I'll go for the leopard print look. I think I could have a lot more fun with that one. So I'll pre-roll some clay and then we can get crafting. Right, okay, so this one might be a little bit challenging because it's mainly hair. So I think with that being said, I'm going to make the head quite small. Alright, I think that's about right. I think that's a very similar shaped head as what Bianca has. I do have to admit, I think I'm going to really struggle to get this one to Bianca. I think I've got absolutely no chance. I think I'll try and do the hair next. I definitely need more volume on the top, don't I? Yeah, this hair is definitely difficult to do. Really hard. It's just so giant. It's so big. Big hair is great on a drag queen, but when it comes to crafting, it is very difficult. Right, I think what I'm going to do is just maybe kind of cut all the way around lots of kind of zigzaggy shapes out. So it kind of gives that textured look. Because obviously that's supposed to be kind of symbolic of the lion or the cheetah's mane. In fact, I just want to make this a bit longer and pointier. We'll chop some chunks out and try and make it look a little bit better. Right, okay, so that's probably not how her hair looks. And I've kind of stylized it quite a bit, but I think it does have that similar feeling-ish of what is like in the photo a little bit. I'm really pushing it. But it is a really hard one to craft. I wasn't expecting it to be as difficult as it was. But they're the choices I've made, and that's what I'm going with now. I quite like it. I don't think it looks bad. I just don't think it looks like the hair she wore in a thing. In fact, it looks nothing like a hair. Anyway, let's move on and we'll get the rest of the face done. Right, eyes, nose, lips. I made the lips look a bit crazy actually. Really crazy. It kind of looks like Einstein. What am I doing? And now just the torso. Will Bianca read the shit out of this? Probably is. If she ever saw it anyway. Right, now we've got the simple body, which obviously I'll add some of the leopard print and the detail when it comes to the decoration. Now I nearly forgot her ears and her earrings. So I'll just do them quickly. Right, ears done, and her earrings are kind of drop earrings. And they look like they're made of beads. The image is quite difficult to see. They're supposed to extend all the way down to her torso, but I've made this completely out of proportion. Okay. I think I bit off more than I could chew with this one. Right. I think that's as good as I'm gonna get. But we have seen it turn around when it comes to the decoration. So I'm not too concerned. I'm definitely not too concerned because there is a lot of makeup and there's a lot of leopard print and stuff. So I definitely think we can rescue this. But what I'll do is I'll get her in the oven, get her baked, get her primed, and I'll meet you back here and we can paint her. Right, okay, I'm back, and the skin colour actually, to be fair, has turned out pretty decent. It's not bad. I've done it a lot worse before. So hopefully that's a sign of good things to come. Right, I think I'm going to start off with the hair. Also, excuse the henna that I've got on at the minute. It's for a video that I'm recording alongside this one, but it's probably on my channel already. So if you want to see how this kind of turned out, head over to my channel and watch that video once you're done here. Yeah, plugging my own videos. Right, anyway, let's get to it. So, I want to start off with the hair, and it's just basically black. And the colour scheme of this entire thing is just black, a bit of yellow and a bit of orange. There's not too much colour involved. Yeah, and I have to say, Bianca's probably one of my favourite queens that's been on the show. She's definitely up there with the likes of Katya and others. And I think mainly because she was an insult queen, and you have to think season 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 before it, we hadn't really seen that yet. And it was definitely refreshing and good to see, and you kind of knew she was going to win from the very beginning. 100%. And I think she deserved it as well. I think she was a worthy winner. I think she's gone on to do a hell of a lot. She's probably one of the most successful ones out of the entire series to go on to do great things, sell out shows and stuff like that. I think she recently sold out a show at Wembley, and I think she's like the first queen to, first drag queen to ever do something like that, and to have such a big audience. So she's done some really amazing things. But I think she's a very polarizing kind of person as well. I think you either love her or you hate her. You're not indifferent. She's the kind of queen where you'd have an opinion, but she wouldn't give a shit anyway. And do I think I'll manage to get this to Bianca? Not a chance. Not at all. I think she'll be far too busy doing things and whatnot. I'll try and get in touch with her, but I can't see it going well. I feel like this is starting to look a bit like Gene Simmons or someone from Kiss. It's not looking like Bianca at all. Yeah, her earrings are black in this as well, but it's kind of blending into the hair. So I might lighten them up or do something with them so that they stand out a little bit more. And for some reason today, I can't seem to paint in the lines. I'm getting it everywhere. Her lips are black as well. Thing is, I can't tell on this image whether her lips are black or whether they're dark blue. I think they're black. I'm just going to paint them black. Yeah, I think Bianca's another one who had her lips done as well after the show. Because the lips seem quite big. Not as big as this, mind. But they seem a lot bigger than what they were. We'll do the whites of her eyes. Yeah, and if you enjoy the Craft Race series that I do on the channel, you'll be happy to know that the next episode will be a special episode. I'm not going to give anything away, you'll just have to wait and see. It's supposed to be a special episode anyway, we'll soon find out. There we go, she's looking crazier and crazier by the second. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix up a little bit of white, and I'm going to paint her earrings grey, just so they look a little bit different from the hair. It just blends in far too much. Yeah, I think one of my favourite things Bianca did as well was in Untucked, and I can't remember what Trinity K. Bonet was talking about or what they were talking about together, but basically Bianca asks Trinity what she does well. And I don't know whether it was an editing thing or not, but it seemed to take a very long time, and Bianca was like, quickly. And I'm pretty sure there must have been some kind of editing trick in that. It shouldn't take Trinity that long to come up with an answer, but it was very funny, I enjoyed it. I kind of missed the Untucked from season 6. So like season 1 to 6, the Untuckeds were so much better than from season 7 and onwards. I like the pink lounge and the silver lounge and all that kind of stuff. I wish they would go back to that. I don't mind the kind of backstage area as it is now, but it doesn't feel as kind of exciting. It's just, I don't know, it's okay. It has its moments, but it's definitely nowhere near as good as it used to be. We've got some severe eyebrows going on. So our eyebrows go straight up. It makes her look angry. It's just like, oh no. Okay, that's fine. Add some eyelashes. Didn't leave myself enough room for eyelashes. Damn it. I'm going to be doing a lot of fixing off camera, I'll tell you that much. Right, now I want to add a little bit of pink for the cheeks. I'm not going to use a brush for this. I'm going to just use a bit of scrumpled up paper and see if I can get a more blended look. Wish me luck. I knew that wouldn't work. Meh, it's alright. It's not that bad.
Delusion. Convince yourself.
Now I think it's just all the leopard print. Right, okay, you know what? It's kind of taken effect now. It's not looking as bad as it did before. I'm not mad at it. It definitely needs some extra detail later on, but I'm quite pleased with it. Ta-da! You know what? I really thought it was going to look really bad to begin with, and obviously it needs some added detail later on. I'll add what the finished portrait looks like on the screen now for you to have a look, and hopefully there's some nice details and it looks even better than it does now. But I'm not mad at it. I'm really not. I'm pretty pleased with it. I think it definitely looks like Bianca. The hair is a bit crazy and the makeup's a bit crazy, but other than that, I think it looks alright. But hopefully, I'll be able to get this to Bianca and scare the shit out of her. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. Do you think it was Bianca, or do you think it was a complete fail? I really don't mind. We can take Bianca off the board now. And let me know down below in the comments who you want to see replace Bianca on the Wheel of Queens. If you did enjoy today's episode of Craft Race, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you next week for a brand new video. Bye!